بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين عليا حجة الله أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين عليا ولي الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير الأمل حي على خير الأمل الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله اللهم صل وسلم وجعلني من آخر نبيك مستخرا وخارا اللهم صل على محمد.
Thank you, sir. Inshallah. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيع ذنوبنا بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى ابن عمه وخليفته وإمام افترض الله طاعته على العالمين مولانا وسيدنا أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب وفاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين والحسن والحسين سيدا شباب أهل الجنة وعلي بن الحسين زين العابدين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى الرضا ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والحجة بن الحسن القائم المنتظر المهدي صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين. عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله اجمع الصلوات. One of the questions that we always ask is this, that our imams were infallibles, not only Imam, the Prophet and Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha, and they had the highest qualities, they had the best qualities. They were so generous, they were so honest. Despite all those qualities, they were still left alone. No one was around them. Even at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some people were surrounding him, and those drops of water, when Rasulullah was doing wudu, they were trying to take those drops of the water, so they wouldn't let the drops of the water to touch the floor, because they wanted to take the tabarruk from Rasulullah. But why did they leave Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha alone? While Rasulullah says, Fatimatu bid'atu minni. She's part of my body, part of my heart. But the people left him alone. Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Look at the level of Imam alayhi salam. Forget about this, that we believe that he's infallible, he's Imam. Let's look at him as a human being, as a noble person, as a good example for humanity. One day a man comes to Medina. He says, I'm poor. I'm looking for someone generous. So he's not even the Shia, he's not the follower of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. But he's just someone who needs immediate help right now. He goes to everyone. When he goes to everyone, everyone gives him the address of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And they say you cannot find generous person like him. So the one who can give you generously is son of Amir al-Mu'mineen. What did Imam Hussein alayhi salam do? One day I searched about the donations that Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam was giving to the fuqara. And one of those numbers, when I compared this, was about today, it was about like $60,000 for one person. When we give a faqir something, we usually give $1, $2, $3. But Imam, when he would give something to the faqir, hatta yughni, and then Imam would not stop until he would become rich. That's what Imam was doing to the poor people. The economy is very important for Muslim. You know, Imam Sajjad alayhi salatu wasalam, what does he say? He said, Kad al-faqru an yakuna kufra. Sometimes because of faqr, because of poverty, you get close to the shirk. You know, those people who commit a crime, most of them is because of financial crisis. So Muslim must be strong financially. But what happens, we're talking about, we say like NAMAZ JUMA is the message of politics and religion. But what are we doing? Look at the weddings that we are establishing. Unfortunately, in some of these weddings that they tell me, they give to the singer, the one who comes to the musician, they give $70,000, $50,000 for one night just because he knows how to play music and he knows how to make them dance better. And the strange part is this, that all of those people sitting in front of this musician, they're all Muslim. They are all calling themselves the submissive of Rasulullah and Aimee Adhar alayhi salawatullah. So what do we expect from Imam Zaman alayhi salam? So why do we call him to come? He comes for who? He comes to see who? Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam, if we want to invite someone, right? We need to be home. If you don't prepare the food, if you do not prepare the drinks and everything, so it doesn't make sense if you invite someone. So when we invite Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam, we must be prepared. With these majalis, with these haram gatherings, with these haram supporting that we are doing today to those evils, those who actually gives the poison to our children, to our generations. Their music, their dancing, their mixed gathering is haram. Why? Because they're poison. Because they're poisoning our children, our generation. But for those people, some of us, we spend thousands of dollars just to bring them to our weddings, to make the bride happy. But we forget about Allah. You forget about Allah. But Imam Hussein alayhi salam was not like that. When he went to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he says, Ya ibn Rasulullah, I'm faqir, I need your help. Imam alayhi salam says, wait. Imam goes inside and he asks his family member to give him whatever they have. So what he needed, Imam alayhi salatu wasalam gave him many, many times extra. Just because he went to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. He is Ahlul Karam. But why did the people do to him? You know what did he say to Imam Hussein alayhi salam? He says, Ya Yabna Amir al-Mu'mineen, this hand with this generosity, how come this hand will be buried one day? But these people who were Muslim, who were performing namaz, these people, they kept the hand of Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, and they even, not only that, they squeezed it and they took the ring and they stole it. They were all Muslims. What is the problem? Why they are in confusion and deviation? What's the problem? Why did they leave Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha alone? Why did they leave Imam Hussein alayhi salam alone? What's the story? Why did he even leave the Prophet himself alone? What's the problem? It's because one reason. You know, like sometimes we get the response from Ahlul Bayt alayhim salawatullah. You know, like there's the khutbah of Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha. It's beautiful sermon that Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha gives in her last days, and she introduces the people of the world. And she says, you left us alone because you have these qualities. We have to be sure, we have to make sure that we, God forbid, we don't get close to these qualities. Because sometimes the son of the Imam was one of those evils. The son of the Imam, Ja'far al-Kazzab. We have a lot of examples, the son of the Prophet. So Fatima salamullahi alayha, المرضة التي توفيت فيها اجتمع إليها نساء المهاجرين والأنصار يعودها فقلنا لها. So in her last days, she was about to die, the ladies from Muhajirin, from the immigrants and Ansar, they came to Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha. كيف أصبحت من علتك يا ابنة رسول الله? How did you start your morning with your pain, with your suffering, with your problem that you have? Then what does she say? فحمدت الله وسلت على أبيها ثم قالت. First she prays to Allah, and then she sends her blessing upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then she says, أصبحت والله عائفة لدنياكن. I'm tired of your world. You're coming here and talking to me like this, that I am sick. You're trying to take care of me. You're trying to show your love to me because I'm the daughter of the Prophet, but I'm tired of you guys. I don't want to see your face. This is what Zahra salamullahi alayha. You know what happened after Rasulullah? Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha was knocking each doors with Amir al-Mu'min. They wouldn't open the door to her. The Khilafat is not something that we just take it easy with that. It's the whole mission of the Prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in the Quran, فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ. If you do not deliver this message to the people, that means you haven't done anything yet. It's a warning. In Arabic, you know, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks to Rasulullah very serious. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَتَهُ. That means the mission of the Prophet, the result of the mission, the consequence of the mission is the imamat. That's why we have too many deviations. That's why we have too much confusions in Islam, because Imam has not been the leader. That's why we are waiting for the reappearance of Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam, because he will be the one who will bring justice and equality for the people. So that's why Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam in Ziyarat Arba'in, he says, وَبَذَلَ مُهْجَةَ, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says about as Imam Hussein, وَبَذَلَ مُهْجَتَهُ فِيكَ لِيَسْتَنْقِذَ عِبَادَكَ مِنَ الضَّلَالَةِ من الجهالة وكثرة الضلالة. So Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam gave the blood of his heart for what? To protect people from deviation and confusion. That's why Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam fell on the ground as a shaheed. And he gave his life for who? For people, because the people are living with confusion and jahalat and deviations. That's why Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam will come. So here, Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha says, Wallahi a'ifatan lidunyak, haliyatan lirijalikunna. I'm tired of your men. You know, the men at that time, they wouldn't even respond to the salam of Amir al-Mu'minin because they were scared. These are all the messages that we received. 7 men stayed with Amir al-Mu'minin. The rest stayed with power, with Taghut. That's important. Sometimes you are all left alone, but do not close your mouth. Do not just say nothing is not my business. I don't want to say anything. Oh, you have to say something. Against zalim, against oppression, against those who kill innocent people, who bombard the innocent kids. And we cannot just look at them and say it's okay. That's the message that we learn from Amir al-Mu'minin and Fatimah Zahra salamullahi alayha. Then she says, I just want to go to translate the English one. And then Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha says, I put them in a trial. I wanted to see what will happen. You know, that's why Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha went to each doors, one by one, knocking the doors, telling them, do you remember what happened at the Ghadir or no? And then now I hate you. Why? Because they broke their swords and they did not support the Imam of their time. They did not support Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wassalam. That's why. And now, it's a message for now, that how can we support our present Imam? What message Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha delivered for all of us? Because Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha lost her life because she was trying to protect her Imam. And now we are here and our Imam is waiting for us every day. What do we actually do for our Imam? This is the question. And now Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha says, I left them alone with their big sin. And I cannot get close to them because their sin is unforgivable. Allah will never forgive this sin that they left their Imam of their time alone. This is important. That's actually, we are responsible, especially now with all these TV channels, with all these things going on around us. Our kids have questions. They should come to us. If we do not answer their questions, the Wahhabism will answer their questions. You know how many Shia kids, young youth, every year we lose them? Look at their marriages. It's something simple now. It's something easy for them to say, you know what? Where is Imam Zaman alayhi salam? They don't have any information about Imam Zaman. They don't have any information about Imam Hussein alayhi salam. What do we say in our majalis? Our ulama just comes and they look at the audience. So what they like? They say, wow, wow, mashallah, Allahu Akbar, takbir, this. So I'm trying to make them happy. Well, what about Allah? These messages that I'm talking about right now, it's not good for our kids. Our kids need the message that they can apply to their life today. They need to become friends with Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam. But by spreading hatred, I can never do that. When I do not teach them Quran, when I do not teach them the verses of Allah and the messages of the Prophet and our Imams, they cannot come here. They always tell me, let's say it's okay, you talk about the technology, you talk about the knowledge that we're having right now. But what about our Imams? We don't have that much time. Hazrat Ayatollah Milani rahmatullahi alayhi, he was always in his speeches, he was saying to his students, and Ayatollah Sajidi told me that he says, you know what, always focus on Kalam Imam, because their Kalam, their word itself is Hidayat. That's why when I met Ayatollah Sistani, I that advice that he gave me at that moment is very important. Because I had few minutes and he had to give me one message that I can apply it in my life. So I told him, give me a message, give me an advice. He said, become friend with your Imam. See how important the Imam is. And he told me, recite Ziyarat Jama'a Kabira a lot. If possible, do it every day. Ziyarat Jama'a Kabira is introducing to you your Imam. But our kids do not know anything about it. Our kids do not even know anything about the qualities of their Imam. So that's why the problem started from that time, that they started fighting with the Imamat. If you do not have Imam, you will be with confusion and deviation. The reason that the people stay with confusion is because they do not have Imam. But if you have Imam, if you become friend with Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wassalam, you will be guaranteed. We go to the insurance company and buy insurance for our cars, right? We need insurance for our children. The insurance for our children is Imam. And this Imam, how do you reach to the Imam? You can reach to the Imam by Quran. When they ask about Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam from Ayatollah Lazmai Bahjat rahmatullahi alayhi, he said, one of his students said, I wish I see my Imam Zaman. I love to see his face. You know what did he say? He said, if you want, whenever you intend and you wish to see the face of Imam Zaman alayhi salatu wasalam, look at the Quran. Open Quran. But unfortunately, we do not have enough information about the Quran. We do not have good and credible tafsir in English. We should work hard for that. We have a lot of problem in translations. The other party, they work so hard. Look at the internet, look at the Google. On the day of JUMA, their masjid is full of people. And we don't know where are our kids right now. Why? Because we did not put effort. We should work hard. We should give them information about Quran and Ahl Bayt alayhim salawatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar. Inna shani'aka huwa al-abtar. Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina Abil Qasim al-Mustafa Muhammad wa ala Amir al-Mu'mineen wa Fatimat al-Zahra wal Hasan wal Husayn wa Ali ibn al-Husayn wa Muhammad ibn Ali wa Ja'far ibn Muhammad wa Musa ibn Ja'far wa Ali ibn Musa al-Rida wa Muhammad ibn Ali wa Ali ibn Muhammad wal Hasan ibn Ali wal Hujjat ibn al-Hasan al-Qa'im al-Muntazir al-Mahdi salawatullahi alaykum ajma'een ibadallah usikum wa nafsi bitaqwallah. Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha, in her last moments, she says to Amir al-Mu'minin, Ya Abul Hasan, lam yabqali illa ramakum min al-hayat wa hana zamanur rahil wal wida'. Oh Ali, nothing is left. I'm leaving this dunya now. These are my last moments. See how important her last moments are. The daughter of the Prophet, the part of the body of the Prophet, heart of the Prophet is leaving this dunya. فاستمع كلامي فإنك لا تسمع بعد ذلك صوت فاطمة. Listen to me, because after today you will never hear the voice of Fatima. And Amir al-Mu'minin was crying. أوصيك يا أبا الحسن ألا تنساني وتزورني بعد مماتي. I give you advice, O Amir al-Mu'minin, O Abu al-Hasan, do not forget me, and come to my ziyarat, come and visit me after my passing. Ya Ali, إذا أنا مت فتولى أنت غسلي وجهزني. O Ali, when I die, I want you to do my ghusl. I want you to do my kafan. وَصَلِّ عَلَيَّ, and I want you to perform namaz on me. وَأَنزِلْنِي قَبْرِي وَأَلْحِدْنِي وَسَوِّ التُّرَابَ عَلَيَّ وَاجْلِسْ عِنْدَ رَأْسِي قَبَالَةَ وَجْهِي. Oh Ali, I want you to come. I want you to put me on the grave. Subhanallah, Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Look at his power. Amir al-Mu'mineen is the one that no one even look at him. No one had the power to look at him. But Amir al-Mu'mineen, when he found out about Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha, when Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein went to the masjid and said, Ya Abata, oh my father, our mother passed away, our mother died. You know what happened to Amir al-Mu'mineen? Amir al-Mu'mineen fell on the ground on his face. Ya Ali, عند رأسي واجلس عند رأسي قبالها وجهي فأكثر من تلاوة والدعاء. Oh Ali, come to my grave and recite a lot of dua and Quran for me. فَإِنَّهَا سَاعَةٌ يَحْتَاجُ الْمَيِّتِ. That's the time that the mayyit needs. Subhanallah, فِيهَا إِلَىٰ أُنْسِ الْحَيَاةِ وَأَنَا أَسْتَوْدِعُكَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى وَأُوصِيكَ فِي وَلَدِي خَيْرًا. Oh Ali, take care of my kids because they do not have anyone after I leave this dunya. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam married Fatima to Amir al-Mu'mineen, at that time Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam says, Ya Ali, hadhihi wadi'ati indak. Oh Ali, I trust you with my daughter Zahra. But what happened today when Amir al-Mu'mineen was trying to put Zahra at her to the grave? Subhanallah, at that time Amir al-Mu'mineen says, Ya Rasulallah, laqad isturja'at al-wadi'a. Ya Rasulallah, I give you back your trust to you. But Subhanallah, when Rasulullah gave him Zahra, Zahra was healthy. But Subhanallah, here Amir al-Mu'mineen give him back the trust to Rasulullah. while Hazrat Zahra Salamullahi alayha's rib is broken and Hazrat Zahra Salamullahi alayha is injured. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن علي ولي الله أشهد أن عليا حجة الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. استغفر الله من جميع ما كره الله. استغفر الله وأسأله التوبة. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم والذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآيات الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولياء لله من دون الناس فتمنوا الموت إن كنتم صادقين ولا يتمنونه أبدا بما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. قل إن الموت الذي تفرون منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من اللهو ومن التجارة والله خير الرازقين. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر.
الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. بحول الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. يا لطيف ارحم عبدك الضعيف. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. محمد صلى على محمد وآل محمد.